As we've been talking about on this channel and many other channels on various social media platforms, Donald Trump is defying federal judges. Federal judges are rendering rulings that he is supposed to, for example, immediately pay the aid that we've already agreed to and that the work has already been done for. But in typical Trump fashion, he doesn't want to honor contracts, so he's defying a court order, and that case has already made its way all the way up to the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court, bless you, where the Supreme Court has ruled that he needs to immediately and promptly pay those contracts out. Now we figure out whether or not he actually will abide by the Supreme Court. But this person comes in and says, didn't Biden ignore the Supreme Court when they said he couldn't give money for student loan forgiveness, but he did it anyway? No. From the Washington Post, no, Biden did not defy a Supreme Court order. A growing procession of judges have halted President Donald Trump's many legally dubious actions. He and those around him have responded by appearing to lay the groundwork for ignoring those courts, if they aren't already ignoring them. And if and when we get to that point, it's likely you'll hear plenty of whataboutism from the Trump allies, who might defend it. What about the time then President Joe Biden defied a court order about the Supreme Court? Elon Musk and all the others are already barking up that tree. You can see here Elon Musk retweeting a post from Joe Biden saying, "This was a gem." Joe Biden said, "The Supreme Court tried to block me from leaving student loan debt, but they didn't stop me. I relieved student debt for over 5 million Americans. I'm going to keep going." For the record, Biden did not defy the Supreme Court. You could fault him for how he talked about working around the Supreme Court's decision on student loan forgiveness, but he did not do what the Supreme Court told him he couldn't. After a legal fight, the Supreme Court in June of 2023 indeed struck down the program. It ruled that it represented an exhaustive rewriting of the law, which you're not allowed to do by executive action. You can pause to read here how he worked his way around that law, around that decision, doing it legally. The key point is that Biden didn't just go around the Supreme Court and do what they told him he couldn't do. The Supreme Court didn't say you can't provide student relief, period. It said he couldn't forgive the debt via the method he initially tried. He then tried other, more targeted methods to relieve the burden. You can pause to read here, and here, and here, and of course here. So no, Joe Biden didn't defy the Supreme Court. Donald Trump is currently defying the Supreme Court. And if you're having trouble reading any of what I posted up there, just take a break, take a little nap, maybe an eyedropper of blood thinner, and then have a local neighborhood child help you read it.